I know this might sound strange, because for years you've been told to drink more water, that it's good for you. But here's the truth you need to hear. Most men over 50 are drinking water incorrectly for their sexual health. They do it at the wrong time, in the wrong amounts, and sometimes even the wrong type of water. When you correct this, you can improve your circulation, your energy, and, yes, have a noticeable impact on your sex life. In this video, I'm going to take a deeper dive, explaining why water is so important for your sexual function, how dehydration slowly sabotages your performance, and exactly how to drink water in a way that supports strong, lasting erections after 50. By the end, you'll understand why I call water one of the most underrated performance enhancers in the world. Let's start with something simple that we often overlook. An erection is, in essence, a hydraulic event. Think of it like a garden hose. It needs water pressure to work. Your erectile tissue, specifically the corpus cavernosum and the corpus spongiosum, needs a constant, powerful flow of blood to fill up, expand, and stay firm. This process, known as turgidity, is a complex reflex triggered by nervous and hormonal signals that relax the smooth muscles of the penile arteries, allowing them to dilate. And here's the key point. Blood, which is the engine of this process, is composed of about 55% plasma, and that plasma is 92% water. Without enough water in your body, total blood volume decreases, circulation slows down, and that perfect pressure you need for a full erection is compromised. Your heart has to work harder to pump a thicker fluid, which can increase systemic blood pressure without necessarily improving flow to the extremities. In my over 10 years of clinical experience, I see this constantly. Men who are even slightly dehydrated describe their erections as weaker, slower to form, or quick to fade. Imagine a car with a nearly empty tank. It can still run, but the performance won't be the same. Likewise, a dehydrated body can still try to have an erection, but the pressure in the circulatory system is simply not enough for the ideal outcome. When you don't drink enough, your body doesn't just get a little thirsty. It goes into conservation mode, a survival adjustment that prioritizes the brain, heart, and other essential organs, which get the first part of your reduced blood supply. Nature designed the human body to ensure life-sustaining systems keep working, not to guarantee reproductive function. Unfortunately, in the hierarchy of survival, your penis isn't on the priority list. So even if your mind is willing, your body may literally be unable to send enough blood to create and maintain firmness, leading to a frustration that many men mistakenly attribute to other causes. The hidden dangers of chronic dehydration. There's another hidden problem you need to know about. Dehydration thickens your blood, making it more viscous. Imagine pouring water through a straw. Easy, right? Now, imagine trying to push syrup through the same straw. Thicker blood has a harder time traveling quickly through your arteries, especially the smaller, finer ones that supply the penis. This increased viscosity raises resistance to blood flow, requiring extra effort from the heart. This is where age adds another challenge. After 50, blood vessels tend to be less flexible and more rigid, a process called arteriosclerosis, due to natural changes in collagen, nitric oxide production, and potential plaque buildup. If your arteries are already a bit stiff, the last thing you need is sluggish, sticky blood trying to make its way through them. The combination of less flexible vessels and thicker blood creates a perfect storm for declining erectile function. Research in cardiology shows that chronic dehydration is associated with a higher risk of cardiovascular events because the heart has to work harder. Circulatory health is the backbone of sexual health. I would love to know where you are watching us from today. Write your city or country in the comments so I can greet you personally in our next video. We love getting to know our community and knowing that we are reaching men all over the world. Now, let me reveal the hidden sources of dehydration that you probably don't know about. Some men confidently tell me they drink a lot of water, but when I dig deeper and ask exactly what they're drinking, the truth comes out. It's largely coffee, tea, sodas, or even alcohol. While these drinks contain water, they also have compounds that work against you. Coffee and black tea are mild diuretics that stimulate your kidneys to eliminate fluid more quickly by inhibiting the antidiuretic hormone, ADH. This means that for every cup you drink, you may be losing more water than you think. Alcohol goes a step further by suppressing the release of ADH from the hypothalamus, leading to more frequent urination and, in turn, faster dehydration. Alcohol is also an initial vasodilator, which can give a false sense of increased blood flow, but the subsequent diuretic effect negates this benefit, leading to dehydration that harms long-term performance. The tricky part is that mild dehydration isn't always dramatic. You might not feel thirsty or dizzy, but your body can still be operating at a deficit. One of the most reliable ways to check is to look at the color of your urine. Light, straw-colored yellow usually means good hydration, but if it's consistently dark yellow, your body is sending a silent signal that it needs more fluids. Another sign that many men ignore is that mid-afternoon slump, that heavy, sluggish feeling where your eyelids start to close. Many times, it's not just low energy or hunger. It's your body trying to conserve resources because blood volume is slightly reduced, resulting in less oxygenation to the brain. Muscle cramps, especially in the calves or thighs at night, might seem like a sign of age, but they are often linked to both dehydration and low electrolytes like magnesium and potassium, which are essential for neuromuscular function. And here's a subtle but important sign: weaker or less frequent morning erections, as they rely heavily on ideal blood flow and nervous signaling, which are both impaired by overnight dehydration. Common hydration mistakes and the drip strategy. Now, let's talk about the common hydration mistakes I see constantly. The first is what I call the panic chug, when a man realizes he hasn't had enough water all day and suddenly downs 2 or 3 large glasses at once, especially just before intimacy. The idea is to flood the system, but this can do more harm than good. Quickly drinking large amounts can dilute the sodium in your blood too fast, a condition called hyponatremia, which can cause swelling, headaches, dizziness, and even muscle weakness. Hyponatremia interferes with nerve and muscle function and can negatively affect the body's ability to respond properly to sexual stimuli. Another common mistake is the desert and flood cycle, going for hours without drinking anything, letting yourself dry out like a plant in the sun, and then trying to compensate at night with several glasses at once. The problem is that your body thrives on consistency. Your cells, your blood vessels, and yes, your erectile tissue work best when they are consistently hydrated throughout the day. The body is a system of homeostasis, designed to maintain a constant balance. Sudden shocks of hydration are processed less efficiently than a steady supply. And here's something most people don't realize. Thirst is a late indicator. If you wait to drink until you feel thirsty, you're already behind, because by the time your brain sends that signal, your body has already adjusted to a state of mild dehydration. This is an alarm mechanism, not a proactive hydration strategy. The solution: a simple and powerful routine. To correct these mistakes, here is what I recommend to my patients. It's so simple you might be tempted to dismiss it, but don't. Consistency is key. The first thing is to start your morning with a large glass of water. And when I say large, I mean at least 10 to 14 ounces, within 20 minutes of waking up. Think about what your body has been doing all night. You've been breathing, sweating lightly, and filtering waste through your kidneys for 7 or 8 hours without ingesting a single drop of fluid. So, you wake up in a state of mild dehydration, whether you realize it or not. That morning, glass acts as the first flush of the day for your system. It rehydrates your cells, wakes up your blood vessels, and signals your kidneys to start efficiently eliminating toxins that built up overnight. Additionally, rehydrating early on prepares your body for the day, improving metabolism and mental clarity. If you want to make that glass even more powerful for vascular health, I recommend adding a small pinch of Himalayan pink salt and the juice of half a fresh lemon. This combination isn't just for taste. The salt's natural minerals like magnesium and potassium help restore electrolyte balance, which is essential for proper muscle contraction and nerve function, including the smooth muscles in your arteries that allow blood to flow into the penis. The lemon provides vitamin C, a potent antioxidant that helps protect nitric oxide from breaking down too quickly in your bloodstream. Nitric oxide is the gas your body produces to relax blood vessels, allowing them to open wide. Protecting the production and longevity of nitric oxide means stronger, more lasting erections. From there, the strategy shifts to what I call a constant drip. Instead of relying on a few large chugs throughout the day, aim to drink small amounts, about half a glass every 45 to 60 minutes. Use a phone reminder if you have to. Think of it like keeping your garden hose under constant pressure instead of turning it off for hours and then cranking it up to full blast. This slow, steady hydration maintains ideal blood volume, avoids the sluggishness that comes with mild dehydration, and allows your cardiovascular system to perform at its peak all day. If you know you'll be intimate later, keep up the steady sipping throughout the day, but stop drinking large amounts about 45 minutes before. This gives your body enough time to process the last intake without you being distracted by a full bladder when things get hot. A full bladder can even trigger a sympathetic response that constricts blood vessels, the opposite of what you need for an erection. The benefits of hydration on hormonal and nervous health. Testosterone production is a multi-step process that relies heavily on healthy kidney and adrenal gland function. Your kidneys filter your blood, maintain electrolyte balance, and regulate fluid levels in a way that directly supports hormonal stability. When your body is low on water, both of these systems have to work harder to keep you alive. This stress response triggers the increased production of cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. And unfortunately, cortisol and testosterone don't get along, as elevated cortisol suppresses testosterone production. Scientific studies have shown an inverse correlation between cortisol and testosterone levels, which means a high level of chronic stress, physiological or mental, can reduce your sexual desire and ability. Proper hydration minimizes stress on the endocrine system. Furthermore, erections aren't simply about pushing blood into the penis. They involve an incredibly precise sequence of signals from your brain, down your spinal cord, through your pelvic nerves, and to the smooth muscle in your penis. When you're dehydrated, the balance of fluids in and around your nerve cells changes, which can slow down these impulses. Neurons need a stable ionic environment to fire electrical signals. If electrolytes are imbalanced due to dehydration, nerve communication is impaired. The result is less spontaneous arousal, a less firm erection, or even trouble maintaining it because the communication lines are delayed. Water as an ally to healthy habits. This is where the real magic happens. Water alone is powerful, but when you combine proper hydration with other performance-enhancing habits, you multiply the benefits. Circulation-friendly foods like beets, spinach, berries, and salmon are rich in nitrates and omega-3s, which help keep arteries flexible, reduce inflammation, and boost nitric oxide production. When your body is well hydrated, these nutrients can be delivered more efficiently to the tissues that need them because the transport system is running at its maximum capacity. Physical activity is another ally. Even something as simple as a brisk 20-minute walk increases blood flow to the lower half of your body and stimulates nitric oxide production. But if you're dehydrated, this exercise benefit is diminished because your blood is thicker, your heart works harder to maintain circulation, and your muscles tire faster, increasing the risk of injury. We can't forget about sleep, because without quality rest, all this effort starts to fall apart. Your body produces most of its testosterone during the deepest phases of sleep, known as REM sleep. And dehydration can sabotage this process in two ways. It can make you wake up more often, and it can increase nighttime urination, nocturia, further interrupting those deep, restorative sleep cycles that are essential for hormonal health and overall well-being. Your best performance starts now, friends. I have seen men in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s transform their intimacy and energy levels by making this one single change. Water isn't just about avoiding thirst. It's about fueling the very systems that make you feel alive, confident, and capable. When you consistently hydrate, you are giving your heart, blood vessels, nerves, and hormones the conditions they need to perform at their best. Tomorrow morning, start with that glass of water. Sip steadily throughout the day and watch how over the next week or two, your energy rises, your mood improves, and, yes, your erections become more reliable. Small changes add up, and this one costs nothing, has no side effects, and benefits your entire body. If this video helped you, please give it a like so the YouTube algorithm knows this content is valuable and helps us reach more men who need this information. Share it with a friend or family member who could benefit. You never know what kind of impact it can have. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notifications for all our male health tips. I'm Dr. Lauren Hart, and I firmly believe that your best years can still be ahead of you. It all starts with taking care of the basics, and remember, it's never too late to start feeling better.